Nobody move. This ring light is very precariously placed. Even the slightest movement could completely destroy my beautiful live stream setup that I have here. Be very careful. Just scooch my desk in a little bit so that I can get closer. Moving very slowly. Ooh. Hello. Just gonna wait and see if anyone joins live. If you do, say yo or hey girl, hey. Just shuffling shit around on my desk. Be making really relaxing noises. You're welcome. Who's there? I see the number 3, but I do not see any names. I'd love to know who is on board. Oh, of course you're here, Steph. Like, I literally was just thinking about you. Of course. So, let's get to it, shall we? It me. Yes, you, little old you. So, this morning, on a Monday morning, my business coven peeps, even the ones who are not like super duper VIP in there, even the most, like, even just like the baseline, when you join the coven, you get access to me one-to-one on a Monday via via Telegram. So they all get a chance to like get some one-on-one time where we can dig a bit deeper into stuff. So this morning, one of my beautiful clients said to me, I'm a bit confused as to whether I'm putting too much pressure or not enough pressure on myself. And I just found this such an interesting conundrum, because it's definitely something that I've journeyed a lot myself. And if you resonate with this, then please let me know in the comments. But the thing that came through, the guidance that came through for her was so kind of channeled in a way that I was like, oh, I should do a live stream on this. So here I am. Hello. So what was really interesting to me was the stories that we tell ourselves around all the things we might be doing that might be holding us back. So for example, am I putting too much pressure on myself or not enough? To me, this implies that there is a result, there is something that you would like, a way you would like to be being in the world, or physical results you'd like to be calling in and embodying in your life. Could even be physical things, could be money, could be clients, could be a certain body type, could be anything. And there's something that you want. If someone's asking me a question like, am I putting too much pressure on myself or not enough pressure on myself? In my mind, I'm assuming, well, there's a goal here. There's something that you perceive yourself to not have right now that you think you have to change or adapt in order to receive or become. So really, to me, the question is not, am I putting too much pressure or not enough pressure on myself? But at what point did I become so disconnected from what I know to be true about myself that I feel that I need to be asking questions like this? So it's not that the question is bad. It's just that the question to me comes from a place of like someone being disconnected from their own inner truth and their own higher self. And so my guidance for this person, which I'm sharing with you because I feel like it's valuable and we all need a reminder sometimes, including myself. In fact, I had to do this for myself this morning before I did anything. I could feel like, it's like I could feel my higher self, or like my alignment, if you like, was here, like in front of me. And it was like I had to just sit and soften and like allow it to come back. And as soon as I did that, and I could feel it getting closer and closer, and I literally just like allowed myself to call myself back into my body. And when I sat there and I felt myself like go dunk into my physical body, it was just like, welcome home. You know, and it's such a simple thing to do, and it's such a simple thing to do that we often forget that maybe that's all we need to do, is literally just, rather than asking for what do I need, who do I need to be, is there something else I should be doing, we just need to drop back in, because the answers are always inside. As I'm saying this, I'm like, well, everyone knows this, Georgina, so why are you speaking it? But to me, this is something you can't hear too many times. It's something that I can't hear too many times, to constantly be reminded that our own internal alignment and nurturing our frequency first is really where the magic happens. Because from that place, we get given inspired action. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Grace. Hey, Suzanne. From that place of alignment, we get given the guidance. We get given the action steps, if there are any. And I think a lot of the time what will happen, and I even did it in my Muay Thai training today, like I was training and we were, in between rounds, and I made a sound, like when we were training, right? So I was like, oh, fuck. And my trainer said to me, he was like, stop fucking complaining, stop moaning, stop all the time, like laughing at me. And I was just like, oh, I'm actually like, those exclamations are now coming from a place of, fuck, I've got more of me. I know I can do better. I know I can be better. And they're not coming from the place that they used to come from, which was like, oh, I'm so shit. I'm so bad. I'm never going to make it. And noticing that little click in noticing that little click and shift in my own internal dialogue, and where that exasperation was coming from. It was still exasperation, like, come on, Nolly, but it wasn't coming from a place of, oh, I'm so shit, I don't know what, I can't possibly do this. It was coming from a place of, I know I've got more. If I just like grit my teeth and fucking smash, I can get through another round and I can really make it count. And that isn't the same as pushing, and that isn't the same as striving for me. Like, pushing and striving feel like things that are swimming upstream. They feel like things that when you're out of your body and you're out of alignment, it feels like you're always chasing after something. But what you're actually chasing after is your fucking alignment. So as soon as I noticed in my brain, like, his perception of the noises I was making were like in an old version of me, they were in a version of me that would have given up. But actually now, because I was so in my body from the practice I did this morning before training, of like just dropping in and allowing myself to anchor into my physical being, I was exhausted this morning. I did not know how the fuck I was going to get an hour of pad work and like full on technique and sparring and stuff. I had no fucking idea how I was going to get through that. Like, I just, it was like, what? Hey Joe, nice to see you. Hey Jacqueline. But because I allowed myself to drop into my body, feel myself in my body, before I did anything today, when I got to training, I was able to feel that shift, that identity shift that's occurred through all the work that I've done, right? I was able to feel the fact that I no longer make those sounds of exasperation from a place of, I can't do it, rescue me. I make them from a place of, I fucking know I can do this. And I'm like digging deeper, like it's like a grunt of like, let's fucking go. And it's such an interesting thing, because I didn't feel like, oh, I'm putting pressure on myself to perform. I'm putting pressure on myself to be a certain way. It just felt good for me to like go all in on this training that I do like for an hour a week with my one-to-one training, you know? So I guess I don't know why it needs to come through, but I guess what I'm saying is, sometimes we're looking outside of ourselves for something to show us what we're meant to be doing or how we're meant to be showing up in the world, whether it's for business or relationships or whatever. We all know, we have all of the answers. We all know this, right? Anyone who follows my work knows this. But I'm here to fucking remind you today that if you're feeling like you've said something wrong, you've done something wrong, you've shown up in the wrong way or whatever, check in with yourself and just drop in and be like, did I share from alignment? Did I show up from alignment? Did I get in to motherfucking alignment before I showed up today? And if you give enough of a shit about living a life that feels fucking good and isn't just coasting along, feeling like a fucking ghost in a human skin, like if you want to be in this embodied experience of 3D reality and living this life, but still owning a spiritual connection, alignment is the motherfucking baseline. Like, that's where you need to be getting every morning. when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I feel like shit. Sometimes I feel panicky. Sometimes I feel tired. Sometimes I feel like this weird sense of dread or something. Like, stuff like that doesn't just fucking disappear. You know, like, we all have it, no matter how much work we do. There may always be a malaise that, like, can land within our body, that can bubble up for us. But are you, I'm getting goosebumps here, are you committed enough to your own feeling goodness to actually take even just a few seconds each morning to check in with, like, am I in my body? Am I in alignment? So before you even go digging for the shit, before you even go digging for, why am I feeling like this? What's going on? Oh my goodness, did I do something wrong? Like, what demons do I need to slay today before I can feel good? Before you do any of that, check in with, am I actually in my body? Like, am I in alignment? Sometimes my dreams are so fucked up, like, just particularly during all these fucking eclipses and all the bullshit's been going on with the planets recently. My dreams have been all over the fucking place. So, you know, even that can be enough to throw me out of alignment. And so for me, in the morning, my days, and again, I ain't fucking perfect. I'm not a robot. Don't claim to be, don't want to be. I'm living my life. I get shit wrong. And then I course correct, I carry the fuck on. Yeah. Like, the sign of someone being successful, or the sign of me feeling like a success, is not that I woke up and I fucking did everything perfectly, and then I go to sleep and I sleep perfectly and I wake up feeling perfect again. Like, to me, what success really means to me is being able to shift and realign and feel good about the person that I showed up as that day. Even if that person was angry, even if that person felt shitty, even if that person was tired and didn't get enough done, can I feel good about the person that I was today because I was actually being me? Was I being me? Because if you go to bed at night and you feel like you lived your life for another person, or for a collective that you don't even feel fucking connected to, or whatever, you know, if you're not living your life for you, from you, as you, what the actual fuck are you doing? Like, why even bother? Why even bother? You know? I just feel so fucking passionate about reminding people, men, women, you know, whatever gender or not that you identify as, whoever you are, if you are a human on this planet, my message to all of you is, please remember that you are not just enough, but you are worthy, you are deserving, you're fucking valuable, that you weren't put on this planet by mistake, you are meant to fucking be here. So start acting like it, like, start naming and claiming what you want from your life, and start showing up as though you actually want that thing. Like, it's one thing to say to me, oh, I want this thing, but I've got these doubts and I've got these fears and I feel like I'm a bit blocked around it. Fine. But the first step is actually get into alignment, and then asking yourself, what the fuck do I actually want? Who even am I? So many of us, like, a lot of my clients have kids and have gone through the journey of becoming a mother or a father, and even that piece is so huge. And yes, just because a lot of people go through that journey doesn't mean that it's not fucking massively a rite of passage, transformational, completely shifts your whole fucking framework of who you are in this world. And, you know, I'm 37. I have no desire to have children. Never have. Not going to have them as far as I know. You know, like that. I don't feel that changing anytime soon. I don't feel that changing before my eggs go dusty. Let's put it that way. So, you know... That's what that's my impression of a dusty egg. But you're welcome, by the way. But it's just all of these things, like, even though I've not had kids, I've had so many fucking pivotal moments in my life that feel like I've shed an identity, you know, and I've become a new person. And it's up to us to claim who we are now. It's not up to someone else to recognize us for the person that we are now. Like, why, like, stop waiting for someone else to go, oh, so you did that transformational process, or oh, you changed your job, or oh, you did this or you did that. Oh, great. So that means you earned the certificate that you can now move to the next level in your life. It's like, no fucker's going to do that for you. You have to claim it for yourself. And sometimes it feels like stepping up and claiming that every single fucking day. And I think that's where people get a bit confused, because they feel like, well, I think I'm stepping into my next level of who I think I'm owning it. If you just think you are, you're not. You have to embody it. You have to start to give yourself permission to believe it, right? And that doesn't mean you won't have doubts, and it doesn't mean there won't be days where you wake up and feel like a massive fucking fraud or imposter, like, how the fuck did I get here? You know, like, sometimes I look at my life and I'm like, whoa, how the fuck did I get here? Like, holy shit, I hope no one realizes that I'm just some chick on a tiny island with curly hair and a tiny sausage dog just making it up as I go along, you know? But to believe that is to discredit all the fucking years of inner work I've done on myself. Every single fucking day, I show up for myself in some way or other. Journal, you know, meditate, fucking emotional clearing, tapping, like every single day, I do something because I've had such a journey with my emotional health that it cannot and will not ever come at the bottom of my list ever again. I will not compromise my emotional and mental health for anybody, right? Because I've been fucking unhappy. Like, I've been so unhappy in the past. And I'm just not willing to let that happen again. And that's not coming from a place of, oh, panic, what if it happens? It's like, I've had dark feelings since then. You know, in the last couple of months, I've had fucking really deep, dark, horrible feelings. But the difference is, I no longer feel like a fucking victim to them. And if I do, I let myself feel like a victim and I don't beat myself up about it. I just be with it. And, oh my God, this just turned some kind of fucking totally random rant, but hopefully you guys are getting something out of it. I trust you are. But yeah, I just think that we get so caught up in the doing that we forget that how we feel is like the most important fucking thing. And particularly like anyone who's in the coaching or healing industry and is out there fucking preaching that, you know, you get to be happy and you get to be this and have this great life and blah, blah, blah. And whoa, isn't it amazing? And be more you. If you're not doing that yourself, there is an incongruence. And I'm not saying that you can't help people with it, because of course you can, but that's where that fraud thing comes from. It's like when we know that there's an incongruence in who we are and how we're showing up. I don't claim to be fucking happy every fucking day of my life, because I'm not. Like, that would be a lie. That would be false news. Hashtag false news. Fake news. Is it? I don't know. I don't have Twitter. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But yeah, like, incorrect. It would be a big fat lie if I was to say, I'm happy all the time. In fact, the reason that I do what I do is because I was so cripplingly unhappy before I found all these fucking processes that I want to shout them from the rooftops, you know, because without them, I'd be a fucking mess. So, like, that's why I'm so passionate about what I do. It's not because I think I'm fucking perfect. It's because I know how imperfect I am. And yet I still get up every day and have a fucking good go at living my goddamn motherfucking best life. Can I get an amen? Let's have a look at some of these comments. Oh, wow, that's a sweet tea. Licorice and peppermint. I think it's misinterpretation that the universe is just giving us signs, so we're conditioned to look outside of ourselves. Totally. Even if we know the universe is within. Yeah, always. Like, it's great as well. Like, as a manifesting generator, I don't know a lot about human design, but something that I do know for many gens and generator types is that we respond. So we're very often, like, that kind of looking outside piece is quite big sometimes. And actually it is really about remembering that we're our own authority ultimately. And sometimes, here's the thing, right, with looking for signs. If I flip a coin, if I say, if it lands on heads, so heads or tails, right? If it lands on heads, then I get to eat the chocolate bar. If it lands on tails, I don't, right? I can't make a decision. Should I eat the chocolate bar? Shouldn't I? Notice how many things are always about fucking chocolate, because I'm like, I'm on a gut cleanse at the moment. But bizarrely, don't miss chocolate. Very strange. Anyway, that's another story for another day. So, do I have the chocolate bar? Heads is yes, tails is no. Flip the coin, it lands on tails, which means no. And my body goes, but I wanted the chocolate bar. Eat the fucking chocolate bar then, you know? Like, we know what we want. And sometimes, like, the toss of the coin or the sign from the universe is like, oh, I just got that sign that I shouldn't do the thing, but I really want to do the thing. So it confirms internally what we really want to do, you know? So it's like, stop fucking outsourcing to a feather on the ground. Like, yeah, there's feathers on the ground because a dog probably savaged a chicken nearby and there's a fucking feather on the ground. Like, you know, where I walk, there's a lot of chickens roaming around and a lot of fucking dogs. So there's always like a scramble of feathers somewhere. And just think, oh God, what happened here? But, you know, you'll always find evidence. You'll always find evidence of whatever it is that you want. But you have to remember, the evidence that is external is only ever there to point you back to what you know at your core. You hear me? You understanding? Are you on fucking board? My babies are my projects, yes. My eggs ain't going dusty, not anytime soon, that's for sure. Excellent, thank you for this rant. You're so welcome. Hafidus. Take me to church, I worship like a dog. So yeah, that's my rant for the day. I feel replete. Anyone need anything from me? Anyone got any questions? You know, this is one of those live streams where I'm like, I came on and I was like, yeah, really peaceful, good do meditation, but really valuable. And then I just start fucking ranting. Maybe we will just do a little meditation to finish off. Who wants a little drop-in meditation to just remember our internal fucking wisdom and the fact that we are sovereign beings? Who would be up for that? Like 5 minutes. Like just a quickie. Just a little quickie for the collective. Makes sense. I really like that. It's pointed back to what I know. Yes, says Steph. Okay, what time is it? You should be in bed, shouldn't you? What time is it for you? Shall I? I'll do a meditash and send you to sleep. Cheeky meditash. All right, bitches. Let's do it. So, whether you are live or on the replay, take a little moment and let's just anchor in. All right, Mum. So funny. It's actually funny because a lot of my clients do call me Mama. And I'm like, I'm only 37. I'm not your mum. Surely I'm not old enough to be your mum, am I? Cool. So as long as it's, I always say this because I'm very aware that like whenever I used to listen to my Paul McKenna meditations and stuff, it would be like, you should not listen to this whilst driving or operating heavy machinery. So I always like to say at the beginning of my meditations, please close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. So if you're operating a forklift truck, please don't close your eyes until you have found somewhere safe to sit. So if your feet are on the ground, just feeling the feet, soles of your feet on the ground. If you're sitting cross-legged or lying down, just feeling the surface beneath you. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Gently closing your eyes. Feeling the space and the vibration that's been created. In the silence between the words that I'm speaking. Feel the remaining vibration in this vortex that we have created, of all the words I have spoken that have activated something in you, a deep remembering that all that you need lives inside of you. And dropping in even more deeply to your body, feeling the legs becoming heavy. Feeling your seat bones sinking into the surface beneath you. Your spine straight. Feeling into the skin that surrounds your skull. the fascia that keeps everything in place. And noticing how with your breath and intention you can soften and relax every inch of skin on your body. Feeling into any need to hold on or clench or contract. Just gently sighing a release as you start to feel the fluidity of the space between your skin and your bones. The space between your skin and your muscles, and your muscles and your bones. Feeling how though you are solid and compact, you are also made of space. And with each inhale, just softening even more deeply and allowing that space to grow. Noticing as you do this with each inhale, you're able to take in more air with even less effort. As you breathe in, not only are you breathing in air, but you are breathing in life. And just reminding yourself, I deserve to be here. It is no accident, mistake, or coincidence that I'm in this very body, with this very mind, with these beautiful wounds and scars that I've acquired on my journey so far. None of this is a coincidence. It's all fucking perfect. And there is no one else on this planet, not one individual on this planet who is as uniquely designed and able to deliver my work into the world. There's literally no one else who can do what I do the way that I do it. And just feel that. Feel the power of that. There is no one who can speak the message the way you do. There is no one who has the fire or the softness or the exact journey that you have had. And as you remember to drop back into your body and allow these to be feelings rather than thoughts, feeling back into the space in between each cell, feeling every single cell in your body expanding and releasing as you breathe. Feeling it into your belly, the seat of your creation. And reminding yourself once more that everything you need to know, everything, every teacher, every book, every moment, every nap that you feel you want to take, everything you feel called to say yes or no to. Your divine blueprint lives inside of you. And all you ever need to do is remember that it's right there. And once again, before we come back, just breathing deeply into your stomach, allowing it to soften, feeling the embers burning, feeling yourself reawakening and remembering who the fuck you are and what you are on this planet to do. And from this place, there is never any pushing or striving, there is only ever inspired action. And just remind yourself, I always know the next move. I always know. Taking a nice big inhale and then saying it with me, I always know. Just allowing that to ripple out through the body. And then when you're ready, taking a couple of nice deep breaths, coming back, opening your eyes, having a stretch. Ooh-ah. How are you doing? I'm back. So, for those of you who feel called to step into my world, I have 4 spots available for the spiral in September. Mid-September we start. And for anyone who is wishing to work with me and has been waiting for an opportunity, the perfect thing, the perfect time, whatever it is, then in August, I haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to be taking on up to 4 one-to-one clients, but it has to be, you have to kind of, what is it that needs to come through? It's not that you need to know what you want, it's more that you need to be ready to have it revealed to you. If you don't already feel like you know what you want, you have to be like fucking ready to have it revealed to you what you want. And the way that it would work is that we work together for the month of August, and you would get 2 one-to-one calls with me and unlimited Telegram access to me, so you can ask me all the questions, all the things. I'll do muscle testing for you and send you clears and whatever you need. And it would be just for the month of August. So if you feel like you could just use a kick up the ass, some accountability, a bit of fire in your life, and you feel like, let's just fucking go, like, you can go at it for a month. Do you know what I mean? Imagine what would fucking happen if you had me, as Steph and I were saying, witch in your pocket before fucking Dane came along and did wizard in your pocket. How dare he? If you feel like having a Noli in your pocket is going to be something that would really fucking help you get to where you want to go, and have me solidly working with you for 1 month and have my fire behind you, be in my orbit and in my fire, then please do reach out. It really does have to be for the right people. And I think if it's for you already. So it's really just a case of just give me a shout. It's not something I'm going to be like super putting it out into the world and doing a big hoo-ha about it. It's more that I'm aware that I can just feel so many people in my field at the moment who are like wanting to jump into something with me, and this has been something that I've been feeling called to do, just because also it'll feel really fun for me, and I only really do what feels fun, because otherwise I don't show up for it, right? So I do something that feels fun to me, and I know then that I'm going to show the fuck up for it 100%. So if you feel to work with me through the month of August, then please do reach out to me, drop me a message, and let's have a little chat about what it is you feel working with me is actually going to give you. Like, why is it you feel that I'm the person that can help? And also, like, what is it you actually want? And let's have a little chat, a little back and forth about that. Okay, amazing. Thanks for joining me. Love you. Bye. Finish.